we talk about digital transformation all the time. And again, we've been talking about an awful long time. One of the things that we discovered with a research project we recently ran with Field Service News Research that spoke to about 240 service organizations, different industries, different pockets of the world across APAC, EMEA, and US. And we saw that there was about 2/3 were on a digital transformation journey already. But then within that, of those organizations, a similar number, about 3/4 of them said, yeah, we've accelerated it massively since the pandemic hit. I'd be keen to kind of get your thoughts on that in terms of your sector. Is that kind of echoed across there? And what's the impact that digital transformation is having? Is it, I suppose one thing I'd say, Mickey, is I sometimes rail against the phrase digital transformation because it kind of suggests we get to a point where we've transformed and then that's it. And I think it should be more of an iterative, it's that continuous journey improvement, and the tools that we're using are digital. But it's changed a lot this year. And I think there has been that boom, sudden point. So I'd really like to get your kind of your thoughts on around digital transformation, the impact it's having on the FM sector, the built environment sector, etc.
No, I think it is. It comes to that step change point, and I think the realization was it's more affordable than people thought it was, because there are different ways about the way you engage with technology and what you use it for. I mean, most of my life has been based around either the use of, the development of, and the delivery of technological solutions. Yeah. A transposition of a Chairman Mao quote, which was more about war. I mean, technology is a key factor to success, but it's not the decisive one. And we need to remember that. People will be the decisive factor to success. The bigger part of digital transformation won't be the gadget, and it won't necessarily be the software you're going to go and use, because they have a finite shelf life. And Moore's law says, you get a doubling of your CPU capacity and memory every 18 months. Well, actually, the shelf life of a digital product tends to be about 18 months. So you look at iPhones. The reason they can rechurn them is they can rediscover, make things smaller, make them powerful, change the way the software is. But the shelf life of the technical expert and those able to use it, that's probably 10 years. But it takes a few years to get people to become that digital native, to become skilled in the way you will use technology in the right way. And you do have to become a little bit careful when you talk about technology-led companies. They'll still be people-led. They'll be technology-centered companies, because they're going to put reliance on whether it be software and digital techniques. And I think more and more companies, irrelevant of size, had to take a view that they all had to go and work from home. So they needed to embrace a different level of technology they may have been using just for executives or just for senior management. So this kind of thing, lots and lots of different platforms. Zooms, quite a lot of people jumped onto Teams. I mean, Microsoft couldn't have timed it better to be scaling up that particular product just as this, landed. The companies quickly moved. So, people had Cisco functions and. So that alone took people into a level of confidence that digital techniques will be for them. Using these tools mean you can operate, but it just means you operate differently. And therefore, some of the other options instantly become not just more accessible,